Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It is your girl Alana Simone. So first of all, I wanted to welcome you guys in. Hope you're having an amazing day. So today we're going to be talking about doubt and worry. And so, I think this is really important. Oftentimes so many people deal with these things, doubt, worry, and so many other emotions, but I feel like these are kind of big ones. I know for me, I've dealt with these plenty of times in life. And, it's just a natural thing that comes about, natural feelings, natural thoughts. I really wanted to talk about that today because, doubt and worry oftentimes comes in when we start to get discouraged in the things that, we may be believing God for, or we may be, really trying to achieve or accomplish in life, especially when things seem impossible or it's really not going the way we thought. These little emotions start to try to swoop in and really try to, really make us discouraged. But I wanted to talk about that today because, one thing that happens oftentimes, especially, when it comes to our faith, and really believing for things, and believing that God will do different things in our life and trusting the things that He has spoken and promised over our lives. We have to, sometimes doubt and worry can come in, and we have to, start realizing and knowing different ways to be able to better handle that. I know for me, like when God has spoken to me about so many things in my life, and I can't tell you how many times I've had to deal with these doubt and worry, because it's one thing to have faith and believe and, into things, and that's more of like the spiritual aspect of it. But our physical flesh has feelings to where sometimes we can feel worry and doubt when we're seeing what's happening in front of us. And so we have faith to believe and know that what God has spoken will come to pass. And that is what really keeps us moving forward. But the doubt and worry settles in our like physical lives, the physical aspect of our life, because we're now like, faith carries us spiritually because we can't see things. It helps us believe in the unseen. It helps us believe for the impossible. But physically, if it's not happening, it's like, okay, I don't really know what's going on. And that's when doubt and worry can come in. And so one thing that has helped me is to just, really keep my focus, first of all, on the things that God said, and really, take my thoughts captive, and really, if I feel doubt and worry trying to, come in my mind or try to discourage me, because I'm not seeing things or things are not going how I'm thinking they're supposed to go, I really take control of that. And I start, usually for me, I usually do a lot of praise and worship, put on some like positive music, worship music, and to just like reshift my focus and thoughts to something positive. I start, praying or speaking against the things that the doubt and worry that the enemy tries to put in my mind or head about the situations in my life. I'm like, oh no, not today, Satan. Okay, this is going to happen because first of all, God said it is, and secondly, because it's going to happen, and that's what it is. Especially when you've been faithful, especially when you've been walking in obedience in the things that God has instructed you to do. The things in your life that God has promised you has no other choice but to align correctly and come into fruition and come to pass in your life. God is faithful to what He has said, and anything that He has spoken, He will make sure that it comes to completion. So our job is to take the authority that He has given us to be able to speak things as though they are. When we don't see with our physical eyes, we have the faith to believe and know that God is God and He will make these things come to pass in our life. And so what our job to do is, if we don't see it in the physical, we're going to declare it until something starts to move, until something starts to change. And so that's what I do. Any situation in my life, if it starts to look a little crazy, I'm like, oh, nope, not today. Let me put on my music. Let me start declaring these things. Let me start declaring what I want to see. Let me start declaring the situation to shift in my life, because I know what God has spoken to me. And so many times I've done that. So many situations in my life, I'm talking about, changed within days, within weeks, within months, within moments, because I took the authority that God has given me to speak those things as though they are. Listen, we have so much power, and the power comes from God himself. When his spirit lives within you, you have power to unlock and to cause things in your life to shift and move. And so you need to know that worry and doubt does not have to overtake you. Worry and doubt does not have to win over your life. You need to start speaking to your situation. You need to start speaking to your circumstances and declaring what you want to see, declaring what you want to change, and declaring what God has already spoken to you. You just need to re-say it, re-confess it, so that your mind the worry can come, so your mind can grab hold of it, so that worry and doubt can now be suppressed, and your faith can not only rise up spiritually, but it rises up physically within you to now be able to combat our thoughts that are caused by just our human flesh. So just know that you have the power. Just know that God has given us the power and authority over the things in our life, over worry and doubt, and we do not have to entertain these things. We can claim victory. We can claim peace. We can claim joy over our life. So just know that. So you guys, I thank you so much for being here. I really hope this video encouraged you today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.